You find that the animals in Nodcry behave in ways you do not understand. Just ask me and I will explain.
Is no one here? Well, hello. This is certainly a most joyful encounter. Seeing you lifts my spirits after a somewhat disheartening trip. I wouldn't say anything's the matter, merely that I am dealing with some unexpected circumstances. I recently learned of a collector in Nasha Town who, due to financial concerns, has been obliged to offer a pair of ancient coins for sale. I'm told she's a little eccentric and doesn't reply to letters, so I came out here myself to see if I could arrange a deal. I needed to come to town anyway to pick up some supplies, so I thought I'd pay her a visit on the way. Unfortunately, she doesn't appear to be home. More's the pity. It's just a little hobby of mine. Everyone has something that tickles their fancy, am I right? For me, it's old coins and gemstones. Time is the best filter. Anything that can make it through the sieve of time is almost guaranteed to be of good quality. The style, pattern, and condition of a coin convey a lot of information. They can tell you, for instance, how many moons it has seen before finding its way into my hands. Think about it. A coin may have passed through 10,000 people's hands, brought them happiness or sorrow, and witnessed a multitude of moments in their lives. The weight of time it contains is far heavier than its appearance would suggest. It is a witness to the past and something that has value in the present day, which makes it more than worth collecting. These coins have been stuck in my mind these last few days. What do they look like? What stories can they tell? If I can't meet this collector, I fear all desire to return home shall desert me. Look at me, rambling on about coins without a thought for the friend standing by my side. Let me think of a more interesting topic to make up for boring you just now. Ah, yes. Recently, I purchased a beautiful azure gemstone from a Fontanian merchant. It had long slumbered at the bottom of the ocean until being recovered just some days ago. I was told it was once embedded in the sword of a champion duelist at the court of Fontaine, while another story claims it was a pirate crew's prized treasure. That's exactly what I thought. Whenever a merchant starts waxing lyrical and weaving tales, it's usually a sign that they don't have faith in their wares. Fortunately, I'm very good at appraising a gemstone's true worth, even if its owner hasn't the faintest idea what they're holding. Please, allow me to invite you to my residence once more. I have a feeling you'll appreciate the gem itself, and you may well find my valuation of it quite interesting too. I'll be waiting for you. This collector must be a busy person indeed.
Three more to go. Familiar presence detected nearby. Hello, traveler. Yes. Aino enjoys eating crumb-kakes made with fresher specimens. The ones at the marketplace today fell below her standards, and that is why I am presently here, carrying out orders to procure them. Thank you for your concern. A few days ago, Aino adjusted my humor module, returning it to its original output. Because my efficiency in generating jokes decreased significantly after my first few responses. It was taxing to generate more afterward, and any forced results lacked humor. According to Aino, it is because the creative logic of these jokes is overly chaotic and my logic module cannot comprehend their creative principles. Therefore, I cannot produce content of substance. In order not to affect the logic module's operation, Aino decided to return the humor module's parameters back to normal levels. But if you enjoyed my sense of humor from before, Traveler, I can notify Aino. Do you not like these types of jokes? Is that so? He must be someone of great skill. To think that he can generate consistently humorous jokes from such bizarre and chaotic creative principles. Of course, if you wish to ask me about adding more sugar to crumb-kakes, my answer is this. Crumb-kake recipes include specific quantities of sugar to be added. Adding too much or too little will affect the taste of the finished product. Of course. I am scanning the area to determine if it is suitable for a cooking demonstration. The results are not favorable. Backup plan activated. I will also write down the recipe and give it to you. You're welcome. If you have time, remember to come visit. Although my humor module has been restored to its original parameters, Aino has been researching the creative logic chain of these kinds of jokes. Should she manage to create a joke generation module, I will be able to continue telling jokes. Please look forward to this update, Traveler. According to my list, I need to gather 3 more laka berries. Until next time.
There is indeed quite a lot. After accounting for daily necessities and emergency supplies, there's still enough to set aside in case of sudden visits from my colleagues. After all, my personal requirements are modest. It would be a waste not to save the excess and use it to help others in need. Lamp oil, candles, leather, paper, and pens. Oh, and a few bottles of strong liquor, and some emergency food, of course. Judging by your expression, I can tell you're wondering. What emergency food did you buy? Exactly. These supplies need to stand the test of time, so all of this food has undergone special processing. I assure you, unless you're on the brink of starvation, you don't want to try it. The cured meat, for example, is as tough as tree bark, and the biscuits taste like tossed-out newspaper. Even if you soak them in milk or vegetable soup, the best you could hope for is soggy newspaper. Well, there are times when one has no other choice. I've tried to extract nutrients from this food before. Well, eat might not be the best word to use. I have a somewhat more efficient method. Here, I'll show you. I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. There have been a few more desperate moments when I've been trapped alongside other poor souls. You should know, if I were to use the method I've just shown you in front of my colleagues, it might leave them feeling uneasy. And so I have at such times been forced to attempt to swallow this food, as they would. Though try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down into smaller pieces, some of which I stuffed into my mouth and some of which I dropped into my lantern when no one was looking. Unfortunately, my colleagues noticed how slowly I was eating and mistook my reluctance for concern. believing I was eating less to allow them more. After that, they patted me on the back and enthusiastically filled my arms with more cured meat and biscuits. Indeed, I was grateful for their noble act of kindness, and can clearly remember the taste of cured meat and biscuits to this day. Another 3 reports finished. Time for a breath of fresh air. Do they make you write reports in the Adventurers Guild too? Alas, then we share the same misfortune. I have never been able to get used to the endless cycle of report after report. I dare say we had no such custom in the Nod Cry of old. Of course, I understand why they are important, but this process of repeatedly describing in laborious detail things that could easily be summarized in a single sentence, it is exhausting. The mere thought of the outstanding reports I have yet to finish is simply... No, I mustn't. These things are necessary. I should focus on that. A dutiful ratnik must write his reports. A little longer here, and then I'll get back to it. Just a little longer. This is a good one. Here, take this meat for yourself. Mine? Not at all. It belongs to itself. It sometimes brings me old bones to help with my puzzles, that's all. I should be clear. While I don't know what bones these are, I can say for certain they don't belong to any humans who slumber here or elsewhere. Bones are another thing that tickles my fancy. Sometimes when I see one that's a bit unusual, I'll pick it up and add it to my collection. Then when I'm feeling bored, I try to connect all my bones and create something whole. A bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You could call it a form of artistic expression. Even though each piece of this bone puzzle picture is unrelated to the next, and indeed they cannot possibly be related, just pondering how best to put them together and create something beautiful is an extremely relaxing process. Then, one day, an uninvited guest intruded on the room where I kept my bone puzzle picture. It was none other than the dog you saw just now. It did. By the time I entered the room, the little intruder had completely dismantled my picture. The second it turned and saw me, it bolted away between my legs. Luckily, all was not lost, as I'd already taken a photo of it. And more than that, now that my old puzzle was dismantled, I was free to construct an even bigger puzzle with my growing collection of bones. Which is how I consoled myself at the time. After all, the damage had been done, so why not look on the bright side? The next day, as I was just about to begin piecing my puzzle together, my four-legged guest returned, and this time it brought a mouthful of bones. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but its intent became clear when it laid its animal bones at my feet and then placed them one by one into my puzzle. After that, it simply sat down and looked at me. After I gave it some cured meat, it got up and left. Ever since then, it's dropped by from time to time to give me bones in exchange for food. I think you might be viewing this with a little too much sentimentality. It's just a dog looking for food, nothing more. I'm a source of sustenance, and luckily for my canine friend, I happen to be relatively generous. Not that that's a bad thing. I view it more as an assistant under my employ. It doesn't speak, and it leaves when I tell it to. That's pretty much everything you could hope for in an assistant. If you'd like, you can give it some meat. Sometimes it sits and waits by your side, which I think probably means it's still hungry. Perhaps it might be a little more friendly with someone such as yourself.
Human with food. Likes bones, but smells scary. Very scary. But gives me food?
It's you, traveler. I trust you're well. No, that's not it at all. It's just, my antlers are quite heavy. I almost toppled over. It gave me quite a shock. Indeed it does. As you've seen, my antlers are bigger than everyone else's. It can get quite exhausting whenever I have to walk long distances. Which is why I try to find the time to come here and rest, whenever I can. I fear I must have nodded off this time, however. I'm afraid nothing much helps beyond finding somewhere to sit down every now and then and taking a rest. Miss Aino once offered to produce a mechanical device that would help support my neck and antlers. While I was grateful, it didn't seem to be entirely... how should I put it? Yes, that's a fine choice of word. Someone in my role needs to maintain a certain image. As Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions, it would be unseemly to appear in public with a machine around my neck. Indeed. That's actually... I must say I found that quite the amusing mental image. Thank you. A good laugh was exactly what I needed to chase the tiredness away. Don't be a stranger. Feel free to drop by whenever you're passing through. I'll make sure we have all the fresh fruit you can eat.
Little dearie, you gotta eat your breakfast, or you're never gonna grow up big and strong.
I know. There is still lacquerberry residue hanging from the corner of its mouth.
Huh? What?
Its recovery is progressing smoothly. In a few more days, we can ask Miss Lauma to send it back to its herd.
This little one has recovered well, thanks to your diligent care. When I return, I'll ask around in advance. If fortune smiles on me and I manage to locate its herd, then the next time I come, it will be to send this fawn home.
But...
I understand. You cannot bear to see it leave. But this little rhyme-horned deer has its own family, and its father, mother, and friends must surely be worried sick. Once it is well, I believe it would be best to have it reunite with its own.
I know, but it's not well yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do you want to go home?
It says it doesn't hurt anymore, but can you brush my fur again?
Okay, let me grab my comb. I just asked Nefa to make a new one yesterday. If you like it, you can take it back with you to your family. Wait. Where'd I put it? Let me go back home and dig around.
Then I shall take my leave. Once again, I thank you for taking such good care of the little one. I came in a rush today, so next time I shall prepare some gifts.
Do not force yourself to go out of your way for gifts, Miss Lauma. Aino loves the deer, and I do too. It is only natural for us to care for it. Besides, Aino and I are happy to have the chance to talk to it.
Is that so? Well, the rhyme-horned deer is very fond of you, too. I'm sure it considers both of you its true friends. I believe this is a friendship that will not fade, even if you are worlds apart.
All 15 samples have been collected and encased in low-temperature vessels. 2 layers, 1 metal, 1 ceramic, ready to be shipped tonight.
Take them to the Flowerfeather clan via express ship. From there, get them on priority shipping using the courier's Blue Bolt service. Once they reach the northern edge of the Children of Echoes, transfer them to another boat that'll go east and arrive at Elong Wharf through a special customs checkpoint. Speed is of the essence.
Got it. A combination of Plan B3 and Plan C2, then. Uh-huh. It's the Traveler. How did you do that? It's like you just appeared right there without even making the slightest noise.
Don't be nervous. Just treat him like he's your boss. Interesting timing. Traveler, meet Cyro. She's with us.
I'll leave you to it then. Miss Yelan, I'll ensure everything is arranged to your specifications.
They're plant and mineral samples containing Kuvaki. I'm sending them back to Liua for the Ministry of Civil Affairs to analyze. Nothing escapes you. There are also some pictures relating to the Fatui among these samples. These show their research facilities, their current weaponry, and the distribution of their camps. Liua is a long way from Nodcry, but it never hurts to be prepared. It's one of the reasons, but I'm also here to purchase some intel from Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets. Dealing with her always requires a lot of preparation, both mental and financial. Have you ever heard of the Northern Intelligence Network? It's essentially a forum for intel exchange, a loosely structured organization with no real rules or regulations. But you can find well-connected people from all walks of life there who are willing to trade information, as long as you can pay their price. Nefer currently represents this Northern Intelligence Network, and the curatorium she operates is its primary point of sale. If intel was all they sold, that would be one thing. But it's said the network has spies planted in every region, and that they're always on the lookout for even more informants. In no small part thanks to the efforts of my colleagues, the network's tendrils have been unable to take hold in Liyue. It doesn't matter if they send official representatives or smuggle in spies. They are met with a polite but firm rejection every time. I imagine that we must be one of the very few unknowns remaining on their map of the world. Why would she? Nefer's too smart to hold a grudge when it comes to business, and she's not one to say no to a big bag of coins. Other factors notwithstanding, I'm a valuable customer. The Northern Intelligence Network has plenty of information that only I'm willing to buy. Well done for picking up on my phrasing. You're getting good at finding clues. Up until now, all of my dealings with the network have been of a personal nature. The Ministry has nothing to do with it. Of course. Let's just say I have lots of influence. Mora. Lots and lots of Mora. More than enough to influence dear Lady Nefer. With someone like her, it's better to spend a little Mora than to end up owing a favor. It's important to remain vigilant in your dealings with her. She's not an easy person to deal with. If you ever see us together, chances are we're conducting business. If you have any trust in me at all, then cover your ears and stay out of it. That'll save you a whole world of trouble. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I still have some preparations to make. Goodbye for now. Oh, and Traveler, before I go, if you don't mind me saying, you may wish to return to Liyue for a cup of tea. Even if stray winds blow, the mountains of Liyue should shield you while you drink.
Hello, Miss Lauma.
Hi!
Hello, you two. Please allow me to inspect the little rhyme-horned deer once more. Yes. It's doing a lot better now. I believe it can take care of itself.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna take it home? Right now? I mean, its leg just got better. I made a perfect protective brace for it, which I haven't gotten the deer to try on yet, but once we get that installed, it'll be able to jump higher than any others in its herd. And there's food, too. Nefa and I made lots of yummy food for the deer to take home because you're not gonna find anything as nice as Nefa's cooking in the forest, I guarantee it. And we also...
I know.
Can it stay here? Please?
Of course. I'll let them know. It says, "Thank you so much, Aino and Nefa."
Huh?
Please don't be sad, or I'll cry too. Actually, I'm almost about to cry. but deer eyes get uncomfortable when we do.
Then, could you maybe not leave? I'll make you some super comfortable bedding and get you all the food you could ever want.
And I will take responsibility.
It's asking you to go over and brush its fur.
Miss Lauma, are you certain you can find its herd?
If this deer had truly fallen off a cliff, as you say, then its family must have been working hard to find it. After I take it back, I'll first thoroughly investigate its past movement patterns, as well as the physical characteristics of the herd's leader. Although Nodcry's deer population is large and scattered, this simply makes success a question of time and effort, and of following the many intertwined clues to locate the herd.
Thank you. We will compile all the information we know and send it to you to aid in your search.
Then, will it be staying at the Frost Moon Scions for a while? Can I visit?
Of course. The doors of the Frost Moon Scions are forever open to you.
But it's still going to go home someday. I know how deer are. They don't stay in one spot for long, which means pretty soon I won't be able to find it again.
Yes, it is best for the children of the wild to return to the wild. However, it will take some time to locate its herd. While it stays with the Scions, you may feel free to visit at any time. I'm sure the little one has many, many more things it wants to say to you.
Then I'll visit the Scions every Tuesday. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I've got to do maintenance on Anefa. And on Thursdays, I have to sort out the circuitry around here, so I'm only free on Tuesdays.
Of course. Feel free to visit whenever the urge strikes you. Unless anything out of the blue occurs, you may always find me near the Frost Moon Scions library.
All right, it's a promise. Let me think what else I need to tell you. Ah, right, I better write down everything you said. Oh, but there's so much I want to say and so little time.
I believe there will be enough time to say your farewells.
Take these snacks with you, and this hat I made with Anefa, and, oh, right, your horns need some protective oil. Give me a minute.
The protective oil is with me, I know. Let me assist.
It says I'm so lucky to be friends with you.
Anefa?
Yes?
Do you like kittens?
Based on previous established patterns when you asked me, do you like snacks, Nefa? It was actually because you wanted them. Do you want a kitten, Aino?
Don't you think Ashrio's a total cutie patootie?
I know, we have discussed this before. Our house is not suitable for pets.
I know that. I don't want a cat or anything. I promised you, didn't I? But say, Enefa, don't you think cats are cute?
I think cats are very cute. However, it would be even cuter if you could make me a vacuum cleaner that does not get clogged by cat fur.
I'll make that for you later. But before that, let me ask you a question. Enefa, do you want to transform into a cat?
I know, I do not understand.
What? Enefa's gonna become a cat? Traveler? Paimon? Are you here to play? Gotta say, your timing is perfect. Do you like snacks? I got snacks. You can have some.
Oh, Paimon loves snacks, but maybe she shouldn't.
What? Hey! When did you get a snack intake calculation module installed?
Oh, good thing Paimon ate before coming here. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to say no.
That's because I heard some stinky brats gossiping and saying stuff like, "Ooh, Enefa's always wearing the same thing, it's so boring." They're the boring ones. Enefa looks awesome, and she's super interesting. But I, gave it more thought, and when I was making Enefa, I never asked her if she wanted to look like this.
So, you want to give Enefa a new look?
Well, it's nice to change her clothes once in a while, right? But I'll only give Enefa what she wants. I'm a super open-minded parent after all.
The body you made for me is perfect and convenient. I pay such aesthetic concerns no mind. If I hear something terrible, I will simply delete it or deactivate my auditory systems. Thus, this is a non-issue for me.
Ah, so when Aino nags you about making krumkakes, will you also turn off your auditory system?
No, I listen to everything Aino says because she's an important member of my family. And what you say is also of great importance to me. You are all my dear friends. My current records indicate that a majority of conversation topics between Aino and Paimon include eating various types of sweets or sneakily discussing where they would go to eat. The last record occurred in the middle of the night, so I must recommend you two eat less.
Oh, you don't have to keep that sort of record.
On the other hand, the traveler's speech is divided between commissions, caring for and helping friends, as well as dealing with various kinds of dangers. Traveler, I recommend you rest more.
Well, you've got no work to do now, so I guess it's rest time. Which means I'm going to make a nice kitty outfit for Enefa. Help me out, Paimon. And I can make one for you while I'm at it.
Don't agree on Paimon's behalf. Well, unless it looks good, then Paimon thinks that wouldn't be so bad.
All right, then we're all set. Enefa, make us some krumkakes. Once you're done, we'll have your outfit ready. Let's see. I've got my wrench, my pliers, and my krumkake bolt. Huh? Why is there a krumkake bolt here? Ooh, and here, you can have this as a souvenir. It's just something I cobbled together when I was bored. It probably does something, but I can't really remember what right now. I'll tell you if I do, though. The most important thing right now is to make super cute cat outfits for both Enefa and Paimon. What color should I... Never mind. I'll just lock the overall design in first.
Do not worry. Aino is an excellent craftswoman. I am sure whatever she makes will look great.
I was just passing through. Seriously? How many times do I have to say it to get it through your thick metal head? Drat. I felt bad when I spoke to her like that last time. And I really want to say sorry, but it's so hard to say it out loud. Anyway, I'm dumping off some excess scrap I don't need. Got them during a commission. Yeah. And I even went out of my way to get these components. What am I doing? Come on, Yehoda. It's not that hard. Just gotta apologize to Anefa.
Thanks a bunch. Traveler, you're here too? Wow, today's a great day. Inefa, get more crumb cakes ready.
How does he say this stuff so naturally? Come on, I gotta get it together. Anefa, about that time I, called you a dumb metal face. That was on me. I'm sorry.
As far as I am concerned, my face is indeed made of metal, so I agree with that aspect of your assessment. However, I disagree with the rest. The logic module that Aino created is not dumb.
Huh? So, do you accept my apology or not?
You do not need to apologize to me, Yehoda. You should be apologizing to my logic module. It is not a dum-dum, and neither is the one who made it.
Only because she asked me to. She didn't want to disappoint Yehoda, so I raised it. Just a little bit.
So you're just making fun of me?
I am not. As a matter of fact, the aforementioned module truly is all Yehoda needs to apologize for. A portion of said module's external monitoring port is located in my eye. Please make eye contact with me and apologize to it.
Yikes. Okay. I'll just spit it out. I'm sorry. Logic module that I know made for Anefa.
Very well. My logic module and I forgive you, Yehoda. Have this lockaberry crumb-cake as your reward. It's freshly made. I know, traveler. You two are welcome to have some as well.
Finally. I finally managed to say it. Even though it turned out a little weird. That took more out of me than exploring a whole ruin. I know. Still, is it just me, or is she a bit chattier than usual today? Funny? Is she supposed to be funny? Wait, why are you bringing this up? And Anefa, don't take the crumb cakes away. I haven't eaten mine.
No. After all, you now need to apologize for something else.
Huh?
I know. Please adjust my humor level back to its default value. Yehoda, please take a seat.
Don't point that vacuum cleaner at me! I know! What the heck's going on?
You will not leave until you are amused by my humor.
Woo-wee! Today's crumb cupcakes sure are yummy! Enough has gotten a lot better at cooking, hasn't she? Nah, they'll be fine. They're just like that. Let them work things out. That just means we get to eat their share of the crumb cupcakes.